Hey everyone, welcome to Trails Beyond the Horizon. Sorry for the short delay, we are gonna continue the game. Last time we got the final part of this sequence. We got the end of the first ring route, which is cool. Let's continue. Also, NIS America / PH3 have fixed a bug that caused the achievement for the prologue not to trigger. So hopefully that is actually a thing that I can now no longer have to deal with. So that's nice. Let me just send something. And now we have choices to make. Just to make sure that this works. Oh. Right, this works. Alrighty. So we have the choices to make here. We can either choose the Rin route, or the Kevin route, or the Van route. Personally, I'm in favor of the Van route because then we can go from top to bottom. That sounds like the most logical step here. Plus, more Agnes and the crew of Arclight Solutions is always cool. So, you know what? I'm just gonna do the Van route. It's also the Ren route probably because he will probably show up, but you know. And this is the picnicking front. Too hot for a picnic. Sounds about right. The Fool's Auction. Time to go. Van route, the Fool's Auction. July 10th at 8:45 a.m.
Setting aside the fact that you were getting all cozy with that shadow girl without telling us.
No, let's not set that aside. You really should have called us in as backup, Van.
Sure, you had Ren with you. But if Risha was there, why didn't you at least call me in too?
Yeesh, give me a break already. This was all just something that popped up out of nowhere during my nightly rounds. I could tell there was something going on with that girl, but I had no idea it was gonna turn out like that.
Poor Yorda, though. To think her brother ran off and left her like that.
Poor Yorda. You do remember just who we're talking about, don't you?
Her brother was the worst of the two by far. Honestly, I still don't think I have it in me to forgive him for what he did.
Those two were as
he's a
far
piece
as
of shit.
attempting to set off a nuclear weapon on Nemeth Island. They may have even succeeded at one point, in a manner of speaking. I still have my reservations about the sister. But given what you experienced last night, it would seem the brother is now the greater threat.
So you think he may have been behind that cult ceremony then, I take it?
Sure do.
Yeah, what was the point of that? Dude is very
Without a
lucky he's
doubt,
still alive.
it had a lot of similarities to the ones the DG cult held. But the most significant difference
is that there didn't seem to be any focus on denying the goddess.
Katra, Ren.
Can't be 100% sure just yet, but if you ask me, I'm thinking it's not connected. Just didn't smell the same. In the time I had to spend around them, I found DG members always had this weird sort of rancid stink to them. Like something deep inside was slowly devouring their soul. It was a thick, sour stench.
True.
Yes. It was as though all the darkest parts of their hearts were condensed, boiled down to a thick sludge.
That sounds like the exact same aura I sensed when we were at Nemeth Island.
Well, each of their lodges were quite different. They all did have that same sort of pallor hanging over them. And you say you didn't get that same feeling at all last night?
Right. It was almost like they were just putting on a stage play. Hollow imitation of the real thing, without any of the underlying darkness.
A hollow imitation.
Well, given your nose, I'm sure you're pretty much right on the money. But while we're talking about knockoffs, you mentioned that Ix kid had a familiar-looking device on him, right?
Yes. He was in stealth mode, so it was hard to see it clearly. But from what we could see, it certainly had a strong resemblance.
The frame was a lot less fancy than that one, at least.
Even so, he was able to use it to perform some sort of transposition, along with that invisible creature he had with him.
No matter how you look at this, the situation's headed for the shitter. You said a lot of the people who went missing were Easterners, right? No way Heyward's gonna sit on their asses after that.
And the whole time, Mr. Kincaid, the CID, knew something was going on, but turned a blind eye to it. Whether you look at it from a counterterrorism perspective or as an intelligence agency, there's no reason for them to do nothing.
You're right. It doesn't matter how close to completion the space program is. In fact, something like this could even jeopardize it, so why?
Nah, that ain't it. The way that guy was acting, it was like he was absolutely sure this wouldn't affect anything about the space program. Seems like your people are bent on overlooking cases like this one till then. The hell is the CID? No. What are you and the President even thinking?
That information is classified. I'm not at liberty to speak on that point, I'm afraid. Surely you, of all people, can understand that. Van Arkwright of Arkwright Solutions.
Right, Mr. Kincaid is the type of person who wouldn't make a decision without all the facts. And my dad, President Rimford, is exactly the same. Damn it, I hate to say it, but it's a weird twist of the way that means that we can trust those guys. They've probably even added what we, the guild, and even the AOA are going to do in doing their little calculations. Speaking of, it was the guild and the police office and AOA that handled the aftermath of those people last night, correct? Yes, I only dealt with Jeff myself, dragged him back to his home after the dust settled. He broke up briefly at one point. Get it? I don't know why I was there. It's like I was tripping out feeling good and all that stuff. Just kind of came out of my mouth. All the stuff just came out of my mouth. I remember you yelling at me though. I didn't get the sense he was lying. Maybe he really did forget everything that happened, including all the crap that he blubbered out of during this little cult ceremony.
The world is enslaved by a pathological disease. The white population is infested with anti-immigration sentiment, while Easterners are immured by tradition. Mankind is powerless before their own inhibitions, snared in the sin shackled to them from birth. But don't lose heart. For salvation yet awaits humanity. This false night we call our lives shall be exposed, and the new dawn will rise to guide us.
It seems there is much hidden in those words. You're right, however, that they are markedly different from the DC cult's rhetoric. Still, his talk was of new dawn gives me pause. What do you think he meant by that? It doesn't seem like the kind of speech you might use to start a revolution, but it's his use of sin that stands out to me the most. Right. It's the same word Dinko used as the Genesis observer.
Karma is humanity's sin. In fact, it's the original sin.
Well, the word gets tossed around a lot. Could be a total coincidence for all we know. But the fact that this Jeffrey guy forgot all his stuff. He was apparently so fired up about it. The weirdest thing here to me. Yeah, that is strange. My first two guesses would be that it's the effect of some drug, or perhaps some kind of hypnosis. You said the other members experienced the same memory loss, right, Fan? Right. Elaine, Jin, and Inspector Daswani dealt with the aftermath once we finished. I talked a bit with them, but how Jeffy's crowd was. And from what they told me, so far each and every one has woken up with fuzzy memories. Quite a number of them who are still out cold though. Police and the guild will be busy today trying to figure out who they are. Yeah. I imagine they got their hands full with that. From the sounds of it, there were a ton of people there. So, that's why Elaine wasn't able to come today? Guess so. We're supposed to meet up around noon to swap info again though. All that aside, it's looking like we are gonna have to really kick into gear for the next while. I take it that means we'll be spending the day going through each district and clearing out for RPGs. That's the plan, and since the whole incident is still fresh, I'm sure we're bound to pick up something. I want to have some of us hang back and be on call. You can spend that time gathering info, and just so we can respond to any emergencies that pop up. I want everyone to give their weapons and gear a thorough check. Roger. We can't forget that the sniper boy is out there somewhere. Sniper boy. Not only him. There's that unseen monster he had in tow. Not to mention the bizarre transformation that happened to that Jeffrey boy. He must be prepared for a myriad of threats. Oh, with Ren? Yes. I have a remote meeting with the tech union today, so I won't be available during the afternoon. I will be able to find time to accompany you on that garden business though. It seems to have some relevance to me after all. Yeah, seems like your old co-workers are wrecking the place. That's fine, don't worry about the first PG meeting if the tech union is just as important. Alrighty, then. Weather outside ain't great, but Let's divvy up the task and get out there before it gets any worse.
Hold on a sec. Before you do that, how about adding me back to the part-timer list?
Well, hello there. It's been a while. Susanna.
My, there's an unexpected guest.
Well, look who decided to show up again out of the blue.
Hey there, everyone. Been a while since I saw you all. I think it was back when I swung by with that Under Lucia cake or whatever it was called.
Right. I remember that.
She literally came through the roof, yeah.
After brazenly stealing their limited time seasonal special off my desk, you tried to pawn something off their standard menu on me. That special ended right after. I never ended up getting a chance to try it.
Van's exuding such sorrow. I can feel it from all the way over here.
You're getting weepy over a pastry. Cut it out, you freak.
Fine, fine. It won't make up for it, but I'll work for free this time around, okay? I've been real busy for a while now, but I hear things have started to get pretty wild for you guys.
Wow, well, you sure wasted no time getting yourself up to speed. Did Kincaid tell you that or something?
I was under the impression that Ikaruga, like Marduk, was in the middle of carrying out orders from the presidential office.
Well, I won't deny that we are. Oh, but it's not like they told us all that much about their plan. They're being really tight-lipped about everything. I doubt either of our groups can even see half of the big picture. We're all pretty much just dancing in the president's and CID's palms at this point.
Sure seems like it.
Now that you mention it, I suppose I did get that impression.
Anyway, Ikaruga's part to play happens closer to the big climax of all of this, so I was able to take some time off this morning. When I heard about what all went down last night, I thought I'd see if you wanted my help. With little Miss Kitty and Beauty's blade tied up with work, I'm sure you could use an extra hand here, right?
So, you were listening in on us. Though, given your intuition, I suppose you could have just as easily figured it out.
Well, someone as strong as you would definitely be a big help. What do you think, Van?
It's fine. Shouldn't cause any problems if you're just tagging along this morning. And honestly, there's just too much weirdness going on right now. I could use some help from that unclouded eye of yours.
Understood. Just leave it to me. Sorry to have derailed things, but now that that's all settled, how about we get out there and tackle those 4 SVGs? Gotta get all warmed up for this afternoon and evening. I want to make sure my senses are clear and sharp.
Hold up. What's going on in the afternoon and evening?
From the sound of it, you have something important scheduled?
Yep. First up is our super critical mission for the space program that...
No, nuh-uh. Shut your mouth right now. Don't want to hear any of that. If it ain't got anything to do with us, you just keep it to yourself. You hear me?
Yeah, I guess neither one is related to you. Directly, anyway. I did hear that you met him at Marduk, though. And I feel like the two of you will have some connection in the future.
Shut it! I don't want to hear easily guessable hints coming out of you either.
Okay, that makes sense because she was there during the Ren route. With things settled, Ren left the office, and after splitting up the tasks, Van and crew began their work for today. Shizuna has temporarily joined the party. Furthermore, Shizuna can trigger an awakening on the field. Of course she can, because she is OP. She is in the party. What else? Who else do we have? Ketra and Bearguard. All right. Da-da-da-da.
The forecast said it was going to rain. I don't see an umbrella on you, Shizuna.
That's true. Her clothes weren't even wet when she came to the office, though.
It was only a little drizzle. I just dodged it all. No problem.
I'm not even going to ask.
That is hilarious. They're kind of quiet this morning. Yes. The other seems to have gone looking for food. Also,
We have, candy?
hi. I assume your grandma is once again gone. Hi. Welcome. Wait, aren't you Lindsay from the Blacklight District? Oh, is it the freaking... Oh no, is it the murderer girl who wants to stab people? Because for some reason. What brings you topside? It happened to do with that social reintegration thing you mentioned? That's right. I'm being tested to see how I can manage it in public. The kingpin told me to behave myself and look after her shop for a while, so here I am. Pretty simple as far as training goes. Right. Even if I wouldn't put up and stab someone I'm meeting for the first time, I would up and stab someone I'm meeting for the first time. So it'd be nice if my trusty boyfriend could stop by if it is too strong. Hopeful glance. Oh no. Not a chance. To every part of that sentence. Chick magnets have it so hard, ironically in this case. Ben's life is in danger. A verbal warning before the act is committed would be most preferable. Is this really the wisest course of action? I haven't been topside for a long while, so a little shopkeeping might be the perfect rehab for me. I even sung some of my favorite books up to sell in secret fancy look. Oh boy. Here's hoping you don't get chewed out about that down the road.
Thanks for the heads up.
We have, candy? This is all part of my social reintegration. What would you like?
I would like something that's actually useful at the moment, but I don't think that's happening, so... Oh, actually no, that is very useful. I didn't even know this edition existed. What? Yeah, that's so good. It's insane how good this actually is. I already feel pain though. If you know, you know. Just giving everyone this item because that's good.
Please stop by again sometime.
I might. Or I might not. I have no idea. Alright, I'm off to work. As long as I don't get stuck with any more assignments, things should get back to normal today. And I'll be going to meet with my client. Here's hoping this wraps things up for us both. You said it. Let's put our shoulders to the wheel for our families. I was hit with a sudden commission yesterday. I had to stay up halfway till morning with Hawker to get it done. I only got a rough draft to show off for it, but that's still more than I ever expected to churn out in just one night. All that's left is to get my client's feedback and then just adjust accordingly. Phew. Just need to hang in there. The date of the rocket launch getting pushed up has the entire insurance sector swapped. But after bringing my work home with me last night, the end of the tunnel's family is in sight. Just have to keep up the pace for one last sprint. My quality time with Harry is on the line. I'm just gonna look up what the track is called, because it's... what I want to tell you. I'm gonna quickly add that to... I'm just gonna add that to the streaming playlist. The rose seems rather docile today. Is it because of the rain, maybe? They remind me of how moppy Alphonse gets when he can't go for a walk.
This place is so cozy. I might never leave.
That sounds like a bad idea for your wallet, but whatever. The shopping is done and the groceries brought inside, so I'm indulging myself in a few chess competitions. I would have much liked to play a match with Victor, but alas, he appears to have quite a bit of weighing upon his mind. It would appear that Victor has quite a bit weighing on his mind right now. Perhaps he, no, I shall refrain. A mere bystander has no place to command. Serious talk after all this time? Should be coming by early afternoon, she said. Don't tell me. No, that can't be. What's with this sore look, Pops? Once in a lifetime squabble with your daughter, or maybe even Jumes? Don't you dare joke about that! My bad. Seems lost in thought. Maybe you should leave him. We should leave him be. At this rate, Pascal's going to drive off all my customers. If you want to order something, just let me know.
Pick something already. He's seen you. Pick something already.
I will. Don't worry about it.
He's seen you.
Hi, Kefra. Phew, that was close. That was a close one. I was so peeked out to nearly broke a blade. It's just... I know you said this new cold doesn't smell the same, Van, but... Hey, I get how you feel. Just when you think you've forgotten them, the ashes blow right back into your face. Gotta wonder how long it'll be before we can finally put the whole mess behind us for good. Man, Kefra. Well, maybe the face we can talk about. The fact we can talk about it so readily now is progress on our part. In all likelihood, the two really are different, but either way, be careful out there, everyone. Now then, I need to do my part to help out around the bistro. After this, Theo and I can drive tonight's prep work between us. Allow me to repeat your order. 1 white caramel pudding and 1 coffee, correct? Yep, thanks bunch. This thing is an horrible drone, right? I see waiting tables here sometimes, it's really awesome. Theo is awesome? Waiter mode has been garnering positive reception from the customers. Theo is awesome. You are indeed, Theo. Don't worry. Wait, can I... Why does it say that you can... No. No, you can't do that. Is she protecting the baby swallow? Huh, that's pretty odd for a cat. Wonder if there's a reason. I guess it's so good as mine. Maybe she's just not down with senseless murder? Looks like we're safe to leave him be. She's off. The actual mama bird didn't swoop in to rescue it though. Aww. It's adorable, but also it doesn't make much sense. Now where? So let's check the next. Which events do we have? We have one with Rosette, one with Ketra, one with Susanna, and one with Bermati. Huh. These two are no-brainers. I think I will be going for Ketra though. Sorry, Bermati. So far, every single time I have to choose they have to leave the last one, which is kind of funny. Be consistently happening. Something feels off about these streets today. I feel this sense of loss, as though something or other has vanished. I've got it. There's a distinct lack of fluffy cuddliness. Old Town is usually full of stray cats, yet I haven't seen any this morning. Some sort of conspiracy. Just be a food. The deductive muscles strike again. I think they're just taking a cover from the rain. Probably, but that might not be the only reason. Streets feel so lonely without Old Town's usual crowd of stray cats. How could this have happened? It must be conspiracy. With some shadowy cable. My guts tell me something big just over the horizon. Beyond the horizon?
There's no place quite like home.
It's searching time.
Would you care for some flowers?
Well, maybe, yeah. After days on end of blistering heat, I'm grateful the flowers are getting some rain. Too bad it's washing some of my customers away too. I might be better off tending to the plants and making sweets during the shifts, like these.
What would you like?
Well, I would like the gift you offer.
Please stop by again soon. What's next?
Who's that for? That is for Shizuna.
Well, if you insist.
Here you go.
Time.
Why don't we have a look?
There's a force PG on the bulletin board. My childhood friend Ginny left me a note saying she moved out of her share house. I've been trying to figure out why, but so far I've got Bupkis. Please, I need your help. This help, Spriggan. Luke. Oh, things didn't go well, huh? Probably because she wanted more than you want, or what she wanted. Dun, 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 dun.
It's searching time.
Search time. Now where?
Attending the service has become a habit of mine, after everything my family has gone through. So, here I am, again today, praying to the goddess for my family's happiness. Never know. She may just send a piece of good fortune our way. A man has a duty to his family, so I'm taking a few days off work to put them first for bed. Isn't so bad attending services as a husband and a wife every now and then again. Usually the timing just doesn't pan out for us. Now that I think about it, Father Nikolai has been of help to us on numerous occasions. Maybe my wife and I ought to take this chance to give him our thanks. Maybe you should. I've always observed Sister Mirai's special lessons with great interest, but inviting Bishop Orwell, my mentor as a guest lecturer, none I truly didn't see coming. Sister Mirai could very well become a force to be reckoned with in the future. They do say that the students will often surpass their masters. I'm proud of how much Sister Mirai has grown. She may very well become a force of the reckoned with in the future.
Alright then.
Guest speaker for today's special lesson is none other than Bishop Orwell from the Edith Cathedral. I can barely believe he actually agreed to it. and I'm the one who invited him. His stories are so educational too, even for me. Just seeing the excitement in the children's faces makes me all my pleading worth it. Oh ho! I have a question about space. I have a question about space. How do I become an astronaut? Well, I can't speak to the details, but I have met General Haring on more than one occasion. According to him, a first-rate airspace pilot must have quick and accurate judgment, but not necessarily by innate nature. Such sense should also, in his word, be cultivated through a passion and tireless effort. I'm certain that these two qualities are equally valuable to an astronaut as well. Real? Woohoo! Now I definitely know I can give me one. No way, anybody can beat me in either of those things. Children are such bundles of possibility. Truly, as dazzling as dazzling can be. I do believe I'll take this opportunity to answer each and every question they have for me today. The bishop is so awesome! He can answer any question ever! Now I know I can be an astronaut, and you can bet I am gonna do it. I don't think I have ever seen Harry get this excited in class before. Well, if any question goes, then I guess I'll ask a couple myself. Honestly, being named after someone so great and important makes me so self-conscious that I always dodge the topic. But maybe now is the time to finally bring her up. Got to ask whatever you want today. Awesome! We're gonna ask about the goddess maybe. If I pray well hard enough every day, I'll get to meet her. My parents got my name from the great historical figure, you know, the one. I've been dodging this topic up until now, but it might be nice to learn about her for real just this once. Hope that goes well. I think I'm gonna ask about swallows. Like, where they go and what they do after leaving the nest and stuff. Then I can take the train to see them. Bishop Orwell seconds from the top at the cathedral, so having him here for class is a real shock. She was Father Nikolai's teacher. He was Father Nikolai's teacher, so you can bet he's got a lot of interesting facts and stories to tell. It really drives me home how much I love learning all the things here there are to know out there. I think this just helps me make up my mind. I think that's everyone in the cathedral.
We just gotta check out that rocket launch.
The bliss. Loyals are the greatest, the bestest. What? Wait. The bestest. Okay. It's just the lumber relief my back's been begging for lately. It gets me itching to do another hot spring chapter. Gag cartoons were what I always dreamed of doing in the first place anyway. Obviously I'm attached to the existing characters, but I wish I could have Crawling or someone deal with all the annoying stuff so I can draw what I want to draw. Yeah, cartoons were what I always dreamed of doing in the first place, and yeah, why is eating it so? It's eating me so much. Welcome! If you're looking for Anya, she's over at the Sunday school. Apparently, there's a special lesson today. I could tell she was excited for it. Just a Mirai might have come off as scatterbrain, but maybe her classes are more interesting than I gave her credit for.
I appreciate you always stopping by.
So it's good to see you. The best will be 500 Mira, please.
This is perfect.
This steam feels quite pleasant.
All right, back in business, baby.
HP, EP, and CP were fully restored.
You look nice and refreshed.
Good stuff.
We just gotta check out that rock. Thank you all for stopping by.
Let's see, what's on the agenda today? My bike is out on her scooter for once. On-site repairs again. I wonder how she's holding up. Listen to me stressing myself sick. Sure, it's been a shut-in for what feels like millennia, but she's still a grown adult. It's high time I stop hovering over her so much. The idea of not being so needed does feel bittersweet, but she can't stay dependent on her little brother for all people forever. That makes sense. Oh, in case you have already heard, my dad's already left on his next journey. He left us a note in this morning that read, "Heading out for a while, take care." Me and Kisara were fed up out of our minds, but I think he's actually been holding himself back a good deal. This is the way my dad's always been. So I've given up trying to change it.
Allow me to assist.
Shifting to maintenance mode.
Might as well try and get as far as we can in these slots openings. You already have quite a few open yourself. You already had nearly everything open regardless, so that's also not a big problem.
I hope to see you again. Allow me to assist. I hope to see you again.
Right, let's do one side quest here, and then we do one,
We have, candy?
Hi, murderer. It was a great time to see you again. Let me guess, you didn't communicate properly and everything went to shit. I mean, hi buddy. Sup, you seem troubled. If it isn't Van, the Spriggan. As a matter of fact, I am indeed. You said your childhood friend and roommate Ginny left and hasn't come back yet? Right. She's been gone since the morning. Later I found out she'd even left a note. All of a sudden I really have no idea where she could have gone. I can count on your help. Especially because of the law alignment, sure. Alright, we'll take this on. You said she'd been gone since this morning? So she was with you in the share house last night, right? Yes, nothing seemed to be amiss. But when I woke up this morning, there was no sign of her. All I found was the note she left in the living room. So she left while you were sleeping. Think we could see the note? Of course. Let's see. Look, you're simply too dazzling. I know this is sudden, but I've decided to distance myself from you and leave the share house. It's nothing you need to worry about, so please don't look for me. Dispose of my possessions in whatever way you feel fit. Ginny. Wow, no wonder you were shocked. No doubt about it. She wrote that she was leaving. Have you noticed anything different about Miss Ginny recently? No, not at all. I'm embarrassed to admit. Though I've only been living in the share house for about a month. It's not like we've had any big fights or anything since I moved here. Just to make sure we got this right. Are you two in love with each other? In love? Of course not. What a thing to say. We've been childhood friends for 20 years. She's like my family to me. This is way too easy to read. I'll best pretend to believe him for now. Do you have any idea what she meant by too dazzling? Honestly, that's the part I'm so confused about. I tend to be gloomy by nature. I even decided to become an engineer to avoid interacting with people. Ginny, on the other hand, has always been so cheerful and honest. Even at her part-time job, she loved by her fellow staff members and the customers too. Dazzling is a word that better suited for her, not me. Well, everybody's got their own opinion on no matter the reasons. She was probably overwhelmed by your strengths. Must be tough for those around you. I can't imagine. I have any qualities she'd be jealous of. But if that is true, then I've only felt her all the more as a friend. It would mean I didn't understand her feelings in the slightest. The fact that she just abandoned all of her things out of nowhere is weird too. Yeah, and that's with the nothing to worry about part. Of course you're gonna worry. Sounds to me like we need to find her and find out how she really feels. Yes, it's also possible she got dragged into some sort of trouble. I thought that too, which is why I've been trying everything I can to find her, but no such luck. She normally works as a waitress at Macmillan Cafe. And she also cleans rooms at the Maserati Hotel in the Sidon district. She's normally be at the hotel, so I tried contacting them. They said she hadn't come to work, and they hadn't heard from her. I also contacted the Macmillan Cafe. I even went to ask in person. We've hung out together a few times in the Tyrell district there at the cafe, where the cafe is. That was the only other place I could imagine Ginny going. But in the end I didn't find a thing. I see. It seems we don't have any other leads at present. We may have to no choice but to check the places she works again. Yeah, could be the situation's changed too. Here to join us? Are you sure? It seems like the most efficient way to do this. Let's get started then. We're going to either Macmillan Cafe in the Tyrell district or Maserati Hotel in the Sidon district.
Let's make this a fun one.
Note from longtime friend started.
Would you care for some flowers?
Sorry, but you don't have anything that I need at the moment. Let's save the game first of all. How many save files do I have again? 224. I'm flying through them way too fast. Alright. My thought process now is that I'm gonna go do the first bonding event thing, or a connect event.
Objective set.
And then we're gonna go to the locations that, one by one, the locations with the, where the side quest needs to lead us. And then I will be doing the, I will be talking to all the NPCs there. And then we continue on, yeah. Art appreciation. Rosette is interested in an exhibition at the Museum of Modern and Contemporary Art in Chardon. Since it's raining, we might as well spend some time appreciating art. The other one is some of Quatra's Sunday school friends asked him to show them around the capital, but he seems stressed about where to take them. The capital is my home turf, so maybe I should lend him a hand? I got a message from some woman who wants to come say hi. Apparently she's from the same village as Shizuna and came all the way to the capital to see her. I can't help but feel like this is gonna be trouble. And then this one, I passed by Bermadi on my way back from shopping for car parts at Bartley. Looks like he's up to something. Should I drop by? Okay, yeah. We're gonna do yours. Ben's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. I really enjoy the art museums. They're so quiet and solemn. Something of a unique atmosphere. I hear you. I don't stop by much, but I appreciate the vibe. Seems like you're a big fan though. Oh yes, I've appreciated the art of some time now. Before I had this body though, I could only visit exhibitions virtually. This might even be my first time seeing one in the real world. Well, seeing as this is a museum of modern and contemporary art, you can expect some pretty unusual stuff. Wow, her name's like there in giant letters. New Age. 3 up-and-coming artist exhibition. Sarah Christie, Felix Latonde and Mehmet Zidane. Now we'll have time to see everything, but why don't we start with that special exhibition? Shall we? The young sculptor Mehmet Zidane, huh? Talk about unconventional. His art appears to focus on chartingly assertizing the problems of modern society. Taken together, these pieces represent the hasty development of the Republic. Aha. Sorry, this stuff is a bit over my head. Well, I won't say I completely understand it myself. Still, the longer I look at his work, the more I feel myself being entranced. I guess I can kind of understand it, like the heart of the piece is pulling you in. Felix Lalonde, a metal artisan, I see. He created these pieces using processed scrap metal. I'm sure it took some real skill to make these, but man are they the abstract. This work reflects the landscape of the he imagines in his mind. He went out of his way to use scrap because he wanted every bit of rust to be fulfilled meaning. For example, the gradation of the rust here is meant to represent fading hope and mounting despair. Sorry, something about rust? Last but not least, Kisara Kiste. This one here is supposed to be her latest work. Amazing! It's like she just threw her rawest impulses against the canvas. It's like it's cut in half as well. But there's something about it. You're right. It draws you in, but it's somehow... Anyway, why don't we check out the rest of the museum? Yes, let's, even if we won't have time to see everything, I would love to look around. Ben and Rosette explored the museum and its permanent exhibitions. After a quick tour, they returned to the lobby. That was wonderful, though it has left me feeling exhausted. Makes sense. Feels like we just marched through the artist's minds. Honestly, most of it was beyond me. Don't worry, this specific field of art is filled with creators who don't subscribe to established forms. Removed as their pieces are from traditional art, it's quite common to find split opinions. But perhaps that's why the artists can pour their soul into their work. They don't need to adhere to fixed notions of what is or isn't art. Seeing a handful of pieces that really resonate with me makes me glad I could visit in the flesh. You kinda brought this up earlier, but you said you experienced things before you had a body, right? Like appreciating the fine arts? Yes. All of the images and models might have been simple data, but I still found art enrich my soul. It's what helped me to first understand what it means to feel moved. You don't have any memories of who you were before you were like this, right? I recall you were about 14 when you came to... Of course. That age was simply Marduk's estimation, based on the condition of my brain and my body when I came under their protection. When I awoke, my conscience was already connected to Marduk's system. I had no memories, barely even a body, and no idea as to how I ended up that way. When I realized the state I was in, my mind almost collapsed due to the stress. Really, Mirabelle saved me. She was still just a brand new connoisseur back then, only 17 years old. She fervently helped me with rehabilitation, and before I knew it, she had become my stern but cheerful friend. You can mourn what you've lost later, regardless of how you are here. There's a meaning to you being alive. Scolding as her words were, I found them healing. In the end, though, my virtual education, my mind finally stabilized. I had to acquire an education commensurate with that of my Sunday school graduate. Virtual education, huh? I didn't realize that kind of thing was already being implemented. But if that's the case, then I have lost all my memories in the truest sense. Regardless, that same VR system is what allowed me to learn about all sorts of varied stuff and landscapes. I think that by using it, I was taking a journey of self-discovery, so to speak. Even still, I haven't yet found more than fragments of memories that once belonged to me. Please don't worry about me. I'm truly happy I was on who I am now. Where I was birds back then gave me a whole new perspective, and being here allows me to help all of you. That alone fills me with pride and joy. Although I must apologize for being so useless yesterday. Plan to work even harder so that I can be more helpful in the future. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about what happened. Unless you couldn't be more of a... Unless... You couldn't be more of the mark. And besides, you're not the only one who wants to help. This ain't one-way street. You've saved my ass countless times, both in the office and in fights. You've gone above and beyond your job as a connoisseur, acting as a full member of Arcade Solutions. And to be honest, you're so integral to our operation that when Aaron says you'd make better leader, I'm inclined to agree with him. Please, have more confidence in yourself. Look, what I'm trying to say is, I'm happy you finally opened up to me about yourself. I can't guarantee that we can get your memories back, but I don't see the harm in looking for clues when we can. After all, I got connections and our work takes us all over the place. Don't give me one of those "Wow, do all of this for me" spiels. I'm just paying you back for all the help you've given me up until this point. Besides, could be your hometown will end up having some awesome sweets too.
Mr. Arkwright. You're right. In that case, I shall gladly accept your help. And one day, if I get my memories back and have the chance to visit my hometown, then I would love to show you all around.
Hell yeah, I'll be looking forward to it. Afterwards, Vanna and Rosette left the museum. And once they met up with their friends, they resumed work. Rosette's connection level went up.
Would you care for some flowers?
Still no. First the Sidon district and then the country march. You have the Blacklight district, the Jordan district as well as the Levred district, but not right now. I'm gonna do Sidon district first. Is it from Orion? From Orion? Must be about a little arrangement.
Hello, Mr. Arkwright.
I'm calling with the status update on the Grim Gardens liberation. Is now a good time? Sure. I take it out that you guys got way into the third domain already? Technically speaking, yes, but the third dominion is a bit of a peculiar case. Could I ask to log in first so I can explain the details on site? I know trouble brewing when I hear it. Probably best to check it out in person then. So yeah, I will be there. Thank you. And apologies for the trouble. It's harder to make a decision when you're familiar with the charm of every manufacturer's vehicles. But there's no doubt I want my own car in the future, that's for sure. I'm gonna start saving now, and when I'm old enough for a part-time job, I'll work even 7 days a week. Then I'll take out a loan and buy the car I like best. Oh man, I can't wait. And you have no time to enjoy it because you work 7 days a week. Body rest is important. It was a mess back in the station last night when a large number of missing people turned up. As it happens, I did my best to find out who they were, but I couldn't identify a single one. So pathetic. I have to get more experience so that I can be of use in the field. I haven't been in the field much, and now my lack of experience is rearing its ugly head. I've got to work hard so that I can be of more help.
I'm sure the police will be able to help.
Senior Officer Colorado has got really busy, so I'm in charge of reception today. No way that in my second year in police officer. I think he's starting to rely on me more. I hope so. I'll do my best to tell the citizens everything they need to know. This is the general reception desk. If something is wrong, just let me know. Because today I'm the one in charge of reception. I heard you helped save a missing person last night. Thank you for your hard work. Still, the fact that it's affecting things this many people and that they all have fuzzy memories of what happened is unheard of. And then there's the whole thing with the CID who would have thought they'd collaborate with the guild and that Eastern organization. Well, there's nothing for it. The launch is in 2 days too, so we need to work the best we can.
Searching.
Hey you! You'll buy something, yeah?
Welcome! I'm set up in the business district today. There's a surprising number of people coming despite the rain, and the young lady's helping too. Simon and the others also drop by. It feels like I'm happily picking up momentum. I'm surprised, Eddie. I've never thought you were serious about starting the business. You've gotten quite a few customers too. I guess your place is pretty popular. Nah, it's only because I finally gotten the hang of things. Honestly, I've got a long way to go, but with Berselia helping me out, I've got to work hard. at least as hard as you guys, and you're aiming for the big leagues. Well, we'll try to live up to your words. Let's both give all we've got, so that we can look back in with no regrets. I've known Eddie since he left Desire. No matter what anybody tells you, he's a tenacious, compassionate guy who's always thinking of others. Sure, he's on an unruly past, but I think running a business suits him. What do you mean you didn't know anything about Brasilia? That's right. How could you be so horrible, Eddie, keeping a secret like that from me? But starting today, I'm gonna be helping out, right, Eddie? Sorry I didn't tell you. I thought I could go in alone to see what I'm made of. If I don't know if I'll be able to become strong. That's not true, Eddie. There's tons of stuff you wouldn't realize if you did it by yourself. I used to think like that too, before you helped me recognize the truth, so this time I'll be the one to help you. Is that so? You win, Bazelia. I'd be happy to have your support. It'd be my pleasure. Bazelia looks really happy. Might be a little jealous. Oh.
Okay.
Eddie and Bazelia helped out before, and I've been indebted to them ever since. Still, what they have must be nice. Wait, I don't have time to think about it. I've got a practice match in the afternoon. I want to get there a little early, so I should go at all the team. I should go tell the team after this. And I've been... Yeah, that's not... I wanted to not talk to you, I wanted to talk to you. There we go. Welcome! We got everything from stationery to box lunches. I understand how Eddie feels. I want to become strong too. So I'm going to help him in a way that doesn't hinder his growth. Aren't I so nice? Yes, you are. You are great. You are a great couple.
Then. What's it gonna be?
This music makes me wanna cry. It's so good. I've been skimming global news for work, and it seems there are those internationally that consider Republic technological capabilities to be a threat. It seems they are trying to say that we can use our rockets to attack any other part of the continent. We're not like the Rebellion Empire of days past. I wish people wouldn't just joke about things like that. I don't think they are joking, but I understand your point of view as well, buddy. Well, it's true that the aerospace force established in the military seems to be handling the space program. Their only goal is the peaceful application of technology. The idea that they are diverting it for military use is absurd. More importantly, we need to make sure our nation sees this historic feat through to the end.
Searching.
Now where?
Come on, Simon! You guys can do this!
There's the Force PG on the bulletin board. Something terrible has happened to Creel. Reconstruction funds, an organization established to help rebuild the Creel village, We need help ASAP. Please come to the Maserati Hotel in the Sidon district. Oh dear God.
Right.
Well, that's bad.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Damn.
You're having a good one, listeners.
Yeah.
Attention for its activities as self.
Yeah.
Which, coupled with their
Yeah.
Darn it.
Damn.
There's 100 more to go. Our next opponent's a pro team, so there's no time to slack off. I gotta improve accuracy. Oh, you're welcome to use the hop. I'm just gonna be sinking shots.
How's it looking for us?
Here are the latest
I can-
forecasts for regions throughout the
I
Republic.
came with you because you said you wanted to work up a sweat. But what the heck is going on with you, man? Must be nice for you, James. You got good reflexes, so you're good as basketball. In the end, it's all about ability for a guy like me. Without any redeeming features, it's hell. What kind of nonsense is that? Maybe you can't tell, but I've appreciated it a lot. Sure, there's people who are good at everything from the get-go, but even people like that you value the basics. The basics, huh? Maybe that's what I'm missing. I can't say for sure, but I do know one thing. There's no such thing as a shortcut. When you learn something, you need to put it into practice right away. I see. Thanks, James. Why did I go and give Woody advice of all people? Well, I guess doing things once in a while isn't bad.
Having a good one, listeners. Today's news briefing comes to us straight from the Tyrell Times.
Hope just
Recently
extreme
formed
progression
idol
be
group
refreshing
Vega
to
has been
the
garnering much
foundation of the
attention for
original
its
work
activities as
it's based
self-proclaimed
on.
cosmic goodwill
If
ambassadors.
that's the case,
The girls are
then I
already
should.
set to perform at numerous space program-related events, which, coupled with their flashy live shows, appears to be growing their fan base. Thanks for that.
There's something new to get in this store.
Welcome to Erland, sir.
The Republic's many famous fashion shows attract attention from outside the country every year. It makes me wonder how the fervor for our space night influences fashion. I can sense people from all over the continent watching and wondering with me. Maybe we'll see some new ideas in this year's collection. I have to think carefully about what I should put on display at Erland. I was originally a model, but now I'm involved in production as well. I expect I'll have to focus on my energy into this year's collection. I hope I can show everyone some unprecedented innovation.
Please take as much time as you need.
Who's that for?
I hope to see you again.
What's next?
Oh, for Elaine.
I appreciate it.
Here you go. There's a big fashion show in August, so of course Ireland will have pieces on display. I'm just surprised the store manager is going to bring me along too. Surely it's because I've refined my tastes. I just cannot wait. Nothing would make me happier than getting to see a show up close. I've always longed to. Excuse me for raising my voice again. I do wonder if Carlo will be participating too. There's just so much to look forward to. I've got to do my best to make sure we are ready.
Gonna eat something?
Space program is a hot topic these days. Seems I have given Longley a lot of attention. The town has inherited a pronounced Eastern culture, including influences from the Far East. Same is true of my soba and grilled skewers. I visited Longley when I was young to learn the essence of these things. I wonder how the town has changed.
Hey, welcome.
More sweets!
Don't be a stranger.
Might as well immediately do that, right? I miss a few of those.
Love me a sugar rush.
Level 15 already. Nice.
That was amazing. Thank you.
Now where? Search time.
An old regular called me up today for the first time in a while. We knew each other back when I was still a new driver. It's been a while and they retired since then, but it's nice to have a relationship that doesn't change. Looks who's getting sentimental all of a sudden.
Alright then.
Been a while, but it's nice to have a relationship that doesn't change. The bank president has made a rare appearance today, but apparently he has important business to attend to and is already planning to leave shortly. He and Miss Berselia won't end up seeing each other, but I'm sure it must be very important. We'll do what we can to support him.
While I understand why you might think that, consider this.
You're already going on another date? Yes, you've given me so much advice. Thank you. I think this one will last. I was just sharing an intuition. Who knows? Maybe you will feel compelled to say yes before long. Say yes? Ah, it's like early for that. It's a little early for that. I'm certainly old enough to go to marry, but I don't want to become a burden on him. From what I hear, Miss Sonia and Edward really suit each other. I hope they enjoy many years of happiness together. We invested an astronomical amount of Mira into Project Startaker, and the results will finally be made public the day after tomorrow. Even if the stock market accounted for, it's likely that CPD will be boosted by 20%. GDP? Oh, GDP, yeah. Incredible. And this is coming from a major shareholder in the Vern Company and the persistence of Bank of Edith. If such numbers come to pass, then Grimhardt's administration will become unshakable. This might be the bitter end of your opinion and party of Ski. I've been prepared for that eventuality. But still, we must fulfill duty. That's our responsibility as the opposition. And don't think we're just standing idly by either. It's like we will remember the power you will return to powers at some point in the future. Wow, sounds like bigwigs are having a complex conversation, huh? Yeah, I don't want to interrupt, so let's try and not eavesdrop. Thank you both for this valuable exchange of opinions. Now I'm terribly sorry, but my schedule requires I get going. Ah, of course. Then I'll see you at the celebration. Please go ahead. I'm sure you have important matters to attend to. My schedule is packed with meetings and things of the nature after this. I suppose it's worth exchanging opinions, including what may happen if this succeeds. It may not be much of an ideological thinking, but at least I devote myself to my work. Roy used to be a young member of your own Republican Party. I even used to help him out myself. But now it's come to this. I suppose we'll just have to do what we can at the opposition party. Not that we are just idly standing by. The time will come when party returns to power. Ah, perhaps. We're busy, so I'm managing the counter in this place. Please let me know if you need anything. Alright, Cremona, I'll leave the rest to you. Understood. And don't worry about Miss Bucelia. I'll be meeting up with the escort team up to keep an eye on the area. Very well. In return, this afternoon, I will return this afternoon, but make sure to get in touch with me if anything happens.
Right.
Yo, Miss is an adult now, so we plan to watch over her from a distance. I do wonder, will the bank president meet with her? Even if things are always like this, I can't help but feel a little sad.
Got something to ask you.
You're Luke, right? The one who contacted me this morning, which would make you the Spriggan. I'm sorry to say that Ginny isn't here yet. Incidentally, has she ever been late or absent from work without permission before? Gamora, you trained her for the part-time job, do you know? Well, I looked over records and this is the first time she hasn't shown up without contacting us. I see. This really doesn't seem normal. Yeah, what in the world would have happened? She was always cheerful and upbeat, and she was a really hard worker. But I think something was bothering her. Bothering Ginny? She did say she'd like to be given more shifts in the future. I asked her why, and she just said she had to make a lot more money. Any idea why that might be? She moved to the share house to cut her housing expenses. But that's why I thought she wasn't struggling with money anymore. Although, something in your mind? Yes, I've always wondered why she had to do part-time jobs. She just wanted to make ends meet. Her job at the cafe would probably have been enough. I thought maybe she was trying to save for the future or something. Maybe she has some sort of reason for it. She can speculate all day, but we'll leave it at that for now. Did anything else stand out? Let me think. Well, she always seemed to stop by somewhere after work instead of going straight into going straight to the subway. I don't know where, sorry. Somewhere Silent District then. Thanks. You're seeing this. You're being a big help.
Let me ask you something.
Might as well ask about this quest too, so we can initiate it. It's Van and the rest of our resolutions. Thank goodness you really came. We know Kaina, but I'm not sure we met. You're the one who made the request, I'm guessing. Yes, I'm Allison with the Creel Reconstruction Fund. Could you please hear me out? Hold on a hot sec. You're telling us that all the Mira in the reconstruction fund has vanished? Judith, you're shouting. Yeah, they literally just thought this in confidential, not that it isn't wild. I'm embarrassed to admit it. The Crew Reconstruction Fund was established to help mourn and rebuild Creel village after Armada blew it up, right? Yeah, this was really a real tragedy. The fund received tons of donations after assistance from both sides and outside of the country. In addition to managing all the Mira, the fund has been providing reparations to bereaved families and negotiations with the government. If I recall correctly, the donations they collected totaled more than 5 million Mira in cash alone. And it was all stolen stolen this morning? Yes, allow me to explain the order of events. First of all, I'm going to be interviewed next week as one of the bereaved for peace of Creel Village. I wanted to look into something related to that, so I went to the Reconstruction Fund's office this morning. When I got there, the staff were in an uproar. Every Mira of the donations had been saved was gone, and so was the representative. Even the representative? Heard the belief, but could they have made off with the donations? I don't know. Mr. Merton, the representative, doesn't seem like the kind of man who would do such a thing. Still, we haven't been able to contact him since this morning. The staff members even split up to look for him. Kaina and I just checked the fund account account at the bank of Ida's main branch fearing the worst. Isn't that where you kept substantial contributions for different businesses and foreign organizations? Wait, don't tell me. The entire account was withdrawn yesterday by Mr. Merton himself. Then it'd be easy to conclude the guilty, no doubt about it. But something tells me the head of Ofcourse Solutions here disagrees. Forget me, even if the client doesn't seem convinced. I take this with Merton fellow isn't the kind of person who would do something like that, right? Right. Well, Lashkar and I owe him a lot. He really is a good person. He even donated most of his own money to the fund. I was originally the chairman of the Visky County Cultural Association. He's beloved for his sincerity, but his sister married a man from Creel Village and she... I see, so Merton is mourning a family member too. He's been giving his all of the sake of survivors ever since. Which is why when it came time to choose a representative, we recommended Merton. We trusted him to coordinate everything. Is that so? He seems to be a wonderful person. Wonder what happened. He must have a reason, right? No one knows for sure. It's just the past couple of days he has seemed to a little absent-minded. Certainly possible that he was in some sort of debt. Sounds like you've got a real scandal on your hands. That's why I kinda refer me to you guys. Please can you bring our representative back without words getting out? Can't overlook something this big involving Creel. Oh, chat is disconnected. Oh, that's great. Not that there is anyone in chat, but if there would have been, I would have missed the messages. Alright, we're officially taking this one. We can let someone disrespect that tragedy like this. Right, especially not since we have our own connection to it. I've had my hands in donations and charities too, so I can't ignore something like this. You can count on my full support. Thank you very much. I'm so worried. I know we will be able to get to the bottom of this. You sure have a lot of faith in us. But how are we going to find this guy? What about you? What do you guys think? Well, first I'd ask if we have any idea where the representative might have gone. Our staff have been checking everywhere we can think of since this morning, but with no luck. We've only managed to confirm he dropped by the bank main branches today, and that he left his house this morning. In that case, the only thing that I can think of. Okay, I wanna check the guides. Oh, the guide is closed. I seem to have closed that. Okay. took the mirror and went underground. The natural assumption anyway. Underground? Yeah, he does seem to have a large social circle. I wouldn't be surprised if he had connections to the underside of society. Like, say, the Black Light District? You mean the capital's 13th district? Right, literally underground. It's possible. Since we come this far, we may be the fastest to just head over there. Let's take a look. You don't mind if we handle things, do you? It'd be better if there wasn't a big fuss about it. Please do. I'll head back to the office then, and let everyone know about the situation.
Let's get this party started!
Main story stuff. Blah, Grammy. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you buying me for, Missy? As for last night, I'm pretty much done with my supervision of the glorious stage play. Today I've got a new task. A consultation with these folks. Wait, you know each other? The runner of the Z1 championship and the big director from Nolan Productions.
Oh, hey! It's the Spriggan and his assistants. It's been a while.
It's been a while for me as well.
Thanks again for all your help during the filming of Golden Requiem.
This again for all the...
Because of you, the movie turned out better than I'd even hoped. I really can't express my gratitude enough.
No need. I didn't do much of anything special. With Judith as your main lead, of course it was gonna turn out good. Oh, can it with the modesty? You have all sorts of ways, from student to crew work. You even dealt with the monsters that showed up on set. It's really a fascinating movie. Sure is. I've seen the whole bunch.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me that you like it so much.
I'm only still here now because you all saved me back during those terrorist attacks at the Z1 Grand Prix. I owe you my life after all that. Still, I can't help but feel a bit frustrated at just being runner-up there.
Ah, we're sorry to have brought that up. Aren't we, Aaron? Hey, it wasn't a diss or anything. I was a photo finish between you and Zedsack, a difference of a tenth of a second. And you even bent and took that L and used it to fuel your driving to improve. There's nothing bad about that. Hey, are you even in a position to talk when it comes to that? That's simply Mr. Way for you. Figured it'd be the case, but seems like he doesn't have any memories from those 3 days. Yeah, honestly, it's a relief that he doesn't. But Granny, if the two of you are here consulting at a time like this, I bet I can guess I can guess what it is about. Hey, don't stick your nose in other people's business, girl. You consider the amount of time since the last release, the fans have probably already caught on by now anyway. Keep it off the record, but you're right. I'm having consultations about the next movie in production and script. I can't wait to your next work, Director Lamb. The next way lousy with rumors about it, but man, to think it's really happening. You're the guy who won that Leon d'Or award at the film festival, right? I'm curious to see what you're making next. I wish I could share that, but well, it's still in the very early concept phase, and there has been issues with some of the sponsors involved. So I'd look forward to the announcement once we have gotten everything finalized. Ah, that's a shame, but it's probably for the best. I should want to figure out the ending before the movie is even made after all. I remember you from Nihon Island. You've got quite a sense of humor, young lady. Yeah, she's not joking. I've been asked to help with the promotion for another movie coming out the next month. Could that be? Right, I heard a certain energy drink maker has been doing some stuff behind the scenes. But it's gonna be on hell of a collab, huh? Hey, I'm supposed to be under an NDA here. Fan's pretty sharp himself. Well, I know I'm looking forward to it. Well, you lot had better put in your role. Things are going to real fishy. Getting real fishy. This is the perfect opportunity for the Spriggan and his friends to shine. Not to mention the Phantom Thief Grimcat too. Yeah, you can count on us. Look forward to the movie promo. I'm sure it'll be exciting. And next time I'll make sure to win and take the title of champion for myself. Dominique sometimes gives me advice like this in the early stages. Of course, she doesn't provide a simple solution. Instead, talking to her Kickstarters in the theory started the creative process, helping me come up with more and more ideas. That's Dominique Lancer for you. Hey, what are you acting proud for? Dominique sometimes gives me advice like this in the early stages.
Alright then.
Now that I'm done supervising the review, it's time to take care of the rest of my business in the capital. Sure, it's raining, but it's times like these that I can get good work done. You all run along now and work hard. We will do our best, Dominique.
Now where?
Oh, there's probably someone on the upper floor. You're going to be back to drawing board, but you plan to reach the top of the real estate world. Yes, I've had to put a lot of things behind me. Like she's burned out. Just what the heck happened in yesterday's interview? I've been looking into things for a long time, but for the Exotic has blown all my plans out of the water. Honestly, I'm finally realizing that this isn't the time to obsess over the capital. Speaking of hypothetically, if the eastern part of the continent were to be developed by, do you know where the most profit would be? Longlai? And the cities with abundant mineral resources that play a role in the general east? Exactly, which means we need to set up a new target. Times are changing, which means we need to change the way we operate. President, you're reckless, but you've got spirit. I'll do what I can to support you. Just hearing her utter the words flexible is surprising. Now that I think about it, maybe she has been changing bit by bit since the end of last year. Then we need to make sure we get her back. She's still got her foibles after all. I was frantically working my way to the top, but now I'm putting a lot of things behind me, seriously. Time to watch and wait. I need to be flexible and be prepared for anything while I find new markets. Oh, accidentally slows the chat. That is not what I want. No. Unacceptable. There's still no one here, but you know, could be. It's time to watch and wait. I need to. We did that alright. I think that's everyone we could talk to in this area. And that question mark, or that exclamation mark is just more golf, so, or basketball, sorry. Might as well do the Blacklight District quest first.
Go!
Chalk one up.
Haven't seen you around before. What?
Go, punk.
The space one has been making me a lot of money too. But to be honest, I don't really know much about space. Maybe I should take the time to go there. You can never tell what the big wigs are thinking, huh? I heard through the friends that the CID's leadership has been secretly welcoming some quasi-diplomats with special circumstances, which begs the question, why now? It's obviously related to the space program. Oh, they may say it's a national project, but there's clearly more going on than meets the eye. Roy Gramhart sure is a formidable man. Right, I feel the same way. Couldn't people in the involved police be quiet if they are not actually going to review anything? To nobody's surprise, Spriggan and his crew seem to be right in the thick of everything. Associating with them is sure to pay off.
Pleasure doing business with you.
We're heading to the eastern part of the continent again. Nice. Although I did hear rumors that it's getting more and more barren. Yeah, the conditions have apparently worsened over the last year or two. But that's exactly why I want to visit the place. I haven't seen before it's too late. Now let's see if you've got any new deals. Maybe I should buy some recoils around here and floating mines too. Thanks for your business, and you be careful out there. Someone's going to eat it. Going east at a time like this? Seems like an interesting guy. Well, if anyone can handle it, it's him. It's kind of crazy listening to people talk about so calmly though. I've been to the eastern part of the continent a few times, but there's a place I still haven't been able to get to yet. I long visited at least once. They can always make the rest of the equipment I need during the journey. Oh, what you guys? Say, I heard the newest enforcers from the society showed up last night. Sounds like there was some sort of international conflict going on too. An internal conflict going on too, but I couldn't really get a grasp of the situation. There's definitely trouble brewing. Be careful, everyone.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. Please stop by again. Welcome. Thank you for coming.
No idea how that didn't get selected.
Please
but...
stop by again.
What? Again?
Alright,
Welcome.
then.
Thank you for coming. Please stop by again.
Okay, well, let's upgrade. It's done. Hey guys! Well, the sister came from my school to see me. I'm so happy I want to talk a whole bunch. So she's gonna drink a lot of my mom's special spirit drink too. Wait. Pretty sure that some basically comes into the alcohol from Northumbria. Sounds like she's gonna get plastered. Let's hope she drinks it in moderation.
Do me a favor and decide already.
For command menu. There's an event going on in the department store in front of the station last night, so we went in. Yoda was in high spirits, and the managers even took the time to talk to us. The service sure is nice. I'm not really into a position to be able to go back, but it's been on my mind. Though it's quite a Jagger trait, it's not like I can just live on the surface. But Yoda's different, I think about it a lot. Excuse me, I don't mean to complain, but I only came here to see Yoda. You like matching, didn't you? You got nothing to hide down there in the light district. Right now, go to our establishment. They'd be happy to introduce you to a little bit of how we do things. Is this an introduction? Wait, what's not what I'm here for? What are they talking about? Sounds like a deep conversation about the way they do business. Best to just leave him be. I got to share a drink with none. We talked about all kinds of things. Apparently, she's been really troubled for a long time. Shouldn't I try to help her out? I got it all wrong. Okay, I didn't come here to ask about that sort of thing. I was scared to see how Yoda was doing. And then I have to get back to work. She's at least focused, that's good. Who would have thought I'd go to experience authentic Northumbrian cooking in a place like this? It sure was worth coming all the way out here. I think your growing love of fine dining would eventually lead to the Black Light District. You're really something else, Edmund. I mean, I was a little scared about coming here. Do you stop this place at Lost Sigourney? Well, I guess I swing by sometimes when I'm training. Seriously though, carelessness here can be fatal and student as easy target. When you finish eating, I'll take you back up above ground. Best not to wander here unprepared in the future night either. Got it, and be careful. But this really is a dangerous place. I'll come back, maybe I should bring an honorable staff. On my way to training, I saw someone who didn't seem like it should be down here. I was surprised when I realized it was someone I knew. Who would have thought Edmund would be able to make it down here without any help? He really is something else.
What's wrong? Scared money don't make no money.
Now where?
What even you guys are here? What? Even you guys are here? Surely you don't have that much free time. We're just taking a look around. Elaine? Elvis? Are you two looking into yesterday's incident? Yes, apparently some of the people we secured had turned up in the Black Light District. We're currently gathering evidence, including equipment and clothing found in the Gulf. Great, now we're causing the guild trouble. We've got an unspoken rule here. Problems in Black Light District gets solved by the people of the Black Light District. This situation is serious. We should cooperate where we can. Same goes to you guys. You don't do first business in the Black Light District, right? Leave things here to us and find another way to help. Fine by me. You sure have gotten a lot more flexible. Naturally, that means we can resolve this incident. He really has grown. For now, you can leave investigating the Black Light District to us. With Highway involved, I can't help but feel like there's more going on. Hopefully we can look into that too. He's seeing Elvis growing quite moving. I'm sure it's part due to the clashes with you and how you knock him around. Trouble is just a part of living in the Black Light District. It just feels like there's more to this. Maybe we don't have a choice but to work with those skill types. By the way, nothing particular happened to Old Town, right? I let that kid run my shop. Got to get back soon. Yeah, because he murdered someone.
What do you mean that chicken shit came
Joe Browning, you're finally here. Whoa. Go, champ. Lay into them. It's been long enough. Yeah, leave it to me. I'll wreck anyone and everyone. Ha ha ha. Now that think about it, that is crazy woman. Nah, there's no way she'd be here. Sure, she said she stabbed me because I'm strong. But there's no reason to think she'd be interested in matches and stuff. Good, now I can focus. Oh, of course. No, don't worry. She's currently just at the store. Dear God, that's so insane. Oh God.
research time.
Come on over and say hello.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Before we do that one, I'm gonna try and get back to this one. Right, let's give it our all again today. We've got a bunch of John signed up, so we'll be generous with your attention and leave them whether we can eat from the pleasure. There is a fine older gentleman who's been coming here since before any of you were in the business. Okay. Does Tracy up alright? All night? Does he ever rest?
You'll like what we got, pal.
Nah, I don't have it. These girls are some of the novices I've scouted before. They're good at all kinds of play, but their naivety is what really makes them popular. Now our establishment is thriving and our pockets are full. This is the life. We're all indebted to Eden. The owners are even talking about opening a second establishment soon, so we have to earn a lot more money and keep promoting ourselves. Tracy must be so soliciting clients all night long. Seriously, does he ever make time to rest? Whoa, I had heard people here operated outside of the law, but there's even a place like this? What kind of dangerous woman works in such an establishment? Gotta check it out. He's been completely hoodwinked. Careful said, if you don't watch yourself, you'll get emasculated. And it's probably better than you hoped for, but hey, don't you get him on too. I wonder you'll be okay. I came with Dr. Longkai, so I have to keep him from going anywhere dangerous. I've got to find out for myself. Just what kind of dangerous women are ahead. Oh no. Hey there, come on in and have some fun! Just don't get too naughty all night. That's the same line as before. You had no new dialogue. I heard there's been a series of disappearances of Jaegers and other people, but it's even worse than I thought. Indeed. We've been having trouble trying to press with trend across individual platoons, small and mid-sized. Course have been affected. We're fortunate that it hasn't happened to us, but we don't know if or when that might change. Based on what I've heard about the Eisen child, I figured I should trust you more than the other Jaeger Corps. Thanks for giving me credit for what's going on behind the scenes, and not just with the Jaegers. Don't worry about it. We want order maintained the same as you. We had another incident last night. This missing person problem is turning out to be more serious than we imagined. We're working closely with the guild to reconsider our approach. Seeing as what's going on is proving to be a real problem, investigating things from different angles seems necessary. I hate to say it, but I'll be relying on you and your friends for information, Spriggan. There's been inexplicable disappearances from the underworld. Decent society plus strange monsters appearing in 3 cities. Public security is a major concern, which is why our unit is scheduled to return to the three cities today. However, given the circumstances, I doubt it is a good idea to just leave the Republic. So you finally got them in stock. Went to a great deal of trouble for them. You know the fine powder and salt moss, better known as Zerum powder and Zemuria moss. Even in the Central East, they thought to get your hands on. I won't tell my source, but you can rest assured I acquired them above board. You have my thanks. They really have been getting harder and harder to obtain over the years. Say, Doc, are those ingredients for that secret ornament you mentioned? I was a huge help to Aaron back when he was seriously injured. Oh, you guys, yeah, that's right. I want to make sure in case another moron does something stupid. But the ingredients are tough to come by. I do like to avoid owing away anything, so I've been using some of my other connections. Oh, he must be quite skilled if he managed that herbal medicine. You talk like you know a lot about it. Whatever. I've got to pay the doctor back someday soon for what he did for me. The chance will come eventually, no need to fret. Divine powder and soul moss are both extremely rare as its dragon bone. They all possess medical properties that depending on how you mix them, produce a variety of secret medicines. I managed to get my hands on a number of them this time. Later I'll be mixing them together carefully. I'm gonna save just to make sure that we have... Oh, wait, what?
What?
Boo. If it isn't enough, but I won't be able to... Got a moment? I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind. Are you Mr. Burton by any chance? Who are all of you? The representative appeared frightened, but Van and the others they calmed him down and as they asked about the situation. Apparently, he came to this area to visit an old benefactor. An old benefactor? They're not debtors or anything, right? No, of course not. She's always treated me as well and helped me countless times. Though, she does tell me often on occasion. She can be quite a demon, but this who can be what now? Huh, you're the old lady, are you telling me? Been so long. Please, I need your help. You've gotten yourself into trouble, huh? None. Let's hear it, and make sure the Spriggan hears you out too. I see. So it's not that you were making off with the donations. It's that you were scammed out of all the Mira. Have I got that right? Exactly. I'm even ashamed to admit. Such a fool. How could I let this happen? Is it really that easy to cheat someone out of that much money? I do wonder, do you think you could tell us just what happened? Yes, of course. All started 2 days ago when a man visited the office. At the time, there weren't any other members of staff around, so I handled him. He claimed to be an inspector from the Department of Justice, Legal Entity Supervisory Board, and accused us of donation fraud. Donation fraud? That's when you solicit donations under false pretenses and then take the mirror for yourselves. Correct. It was an outrageous accusation, but I had no evidence to deny it. Legally speaking, we are required to precisely report our fundraising guidelines and the amount of donations collected to the government. The inspector accused us of neglecting to do so, and intentionally no less. And since you were originally part of a cultural association, you weren't familiar with the laws and expectations of this sector. Just so, and because I was the chairman of that association, with both social status and the public synopsis, I'm sure you would be elected if you used that mirror to run the office. I would never. I assure you were innocent. If it's a report, you need to prepare one right away. The construction fund always kept exact records of both cash and wire transfer donations, so I submitted the report right then and there, but then suspected us of money laundering. If you handle this now, it won't be made public. You only need to respond in good faith. I didn't have a choice. I couldn't let my failing cause at all that bereft families needless worry. So I converted all the donations into cash in secret. And you handed them over to the inspector. Yes. He even had 2 police officers with him when I delivered the money yesterday. Oh, for heaven's sake! Is it the stupid brothers again? How did they escape this time? Like they are you... What? Why? How? But... I submitted... Oh my god. At which point they presented me with a receipt that had the Department of Justice official seal on it. Of course I trusted them. But as time went on, something started to feel out of place, yes. Yes, I felt unsettled in a way I couldn't put into words. Which is why last night I spoke to someone at the Department of Justice about it. He said there was no legal alternative supervisory board. When I heard that, I fell right out of my chair. Let me guess, that the touchy case you're carrying is your life insurance papers and land deal? Because of some reason you were trying to make up for your mistakes on your own. I'm right, aren't I? You blithering idiot. Miss Jin, I'm truly sorry. Just at the last second your face flashed through my mind. Look how spineless I am. Mr. Merton, please keep your spirits up. We'll get to the bottom of this. How can we give up after what you've just told us? The request was to get out of the donation back, which means all that's left is to take the scammer's task. Thank you so much, all of you. I'm counting on you. But just how in the world are you going to fix this? That is a question of the day, isn't it? Actually, pretty well thought out scheme. Almost anybody would be deceived by this sort of trick. Yeah, making people uneasy before scamming them out of their mirror is a common trick. But you can actually pull it off this well. Seeing as they went after donations, mirror at the art track, it clearly ain't its first rodeo. It's already been transferred to some illic bank account, then there's not much we can... I've been looking into that. Huh, I've got a lot of pull rights. I've been reviewing transactions between questionable accounts. There's no evidence of any big transfers either, yesterday or today. The criminals must still have the cash. Is that really something you can just look into? Yeah, no, not unless the right people help out of their own free will. Somehow I feel like I'm looking at my granny. Anyway, if that's true, there's still a chance we can get it back. Really? We're so close, we just need to figure out how... In that case, how about we say there was some undeclared income? Undeclared income? So we'll claim that there was a defiance in the amount that was reported yesterday. Taking on more would definitely fill them in. I'll give it a shot. Merton sent an orb-mail to the man claiming to be an inspector, telling him about a large quantity of undisclosed income. Not long after, he received a call from a private number to confirm it. On the advice of the nearby van and crew, he made an arrangement for an immediate supplemental application. After the call, they discussed strategy once more. We've got the bait. Don't screw it up, Spriggan. Don't worry, we got this. The designated location was Station Street, yes? Right. The fake inspector could be here. Let's head over there, when we're ready. To begin operations, speak to Representative Morton. Let's save again. Morton really showed up, and the Black Light District seems to be same as ever. Never mind. He said you had a plan. We'll do whatever we can to help. Well, leave it to us. Please don't do anything too reckless, kinda.
Alright then.
I told the rest of the staff to wait in the office. I hope this plan works, but I don't have to hope. But I don't have to hope, I have to believe. And I believe in you guys. And Morton, good luck. Almost no point of time. I'm counting on you. Alright, let's begin. We can't let it end like this. Time to get to work. Will this even work? Just have to believe in them. Right on time. It's it is that stupid brother again. Are you fucking kidding me? Why? How? How did they get out this time? Is it because of the stupid CIA-like organization is just not doing anything? Why? But oh dear God. Very sorry for contacting you out of the blue. I appreciate you making the time. It's no problem. The issue is actually the fact that you had such a large amount of undeclared income. Such a mistake should be alright to make you subject to penalties. Did the gravity of your expectation escape you? I'm truly sorry. I just received a sizable donation about 3 days ago. One of our staff members made a mistake which caused a delay in being entered into our records. You said it was 2 million Mira, didn't you? Consider it safely secured. Here's the paperwork, and please sign the proof of receipt as well. Right. Representative Merton signed the paper. Never mind. Thank you for handling this. Of course, we'll be in touch at a later date with the result. Until then, I suggest you refrain from doing anything that would stand out. Right, that's our cue. Shall we play fun little game of tag? It sounds kind of disturbing when you say it like that. Anyway, Let's follow that inspector carefully so that he doesn't notice us. Okay. I don't see him. Okay.
This is so freaking awesome!
Blow you all like kids while I'm out there.
Calverd's Project Startaker is nearing its conclusion at last. Let's reach for a new frontier together. Check out these brand new T-phone colors.
Alrighty.
Cutting edge tech inside. I can hit the net anytime, anywhere.
So,
It's the perfect device to watch the launch from. What do you say? T-phones, now on sale. Connect with the universe.
Ooh, this one is trickier though. This one is way trickier.
Alright then.
It's searching time.
Search time. Search time.
It's searching time.
Okay. Let's have a look.
There we go, got the SP we needed. You know you're talking. Yo, now you're talking. That's that additional 2 million mirror, right? You didn't even need to pretend to be police this time, huh? But we're still getting our proper cut, right, boss? Huh, keep it down. Just stick with me and I guarantee you'll be successful in the future. You sure are full of yourself, but hey, since you're so generous, I guess I'll overlook it. Haha, so the people playing dress up were hires. How was I wrong about this guy? Huh? Who the heck are you guys? I thought they'd be a little more professional too. Guess I overestimated them, huh? The fact that it's just a bunch of schmucks is actually pretty irritating. There are things you should and shouldn't do. But come on, give yourselves up already. So you're the boss, huh? But I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. Oh, now that you mention it. Wait, 3 men in disguise, could it be? Looks like my hunch was right on the money. You're one of the 3 Diffency brothers who've been committing fraud all over the place. You're the youngest one, right? It's really always you, Spriggan. You always seem to have a difficult time when you run into us. Those other 2 are just hired hands though, right? Makes you wonder why the other brothers haven't shown up. You're right, considering how cocky he is acting, it seems like there's something else going on. Not that it matters, let's tie him up. Yeah, and I take back what I said earlier, you've got an interesting vibe. What the hell are you babbling about? Actually, this works out perfectly. Maybe I'll test this power on all of you! What? Same as the monster last night. He even infected them. Now get them, you two! Don't be afraid. We can take them down in once at a time. Let's begin! Unacceptable. Goodbye. And just so we have that also on screen. Goodbye.
Let's get started. My blade is both true and false, dancing in the moonlight. Now!
This statement is false. That's true. That is true. Yeah. Bye bye. No one cares. Boy, you guys sure have a hard time. Still, they don't usually fight back this much. A little different from the corrosion back in the beginning of the spring. If anything, I'd say it's more of an physical contamination. Feels like he's got her own ideas about this. What the... Rah! I won't allow it! Such power. They better make it in time. This is better than I imagined. This is my super intelligence. Ha ha ha! What the hell? What's that? It doesn't matter. I'm invincible. There's nothing I can't achieve. Not so fast. Sorry, but this road is closed. And we are A and B rank, so don't think you can just force your way through. Nice timing. Of course, it was thanks to you we were able to coordinate. This guy seems pretty creepy. Did you succeed? More than the Elson came too, huh? You better stay behind me. You look like you've been better days. Maybe all that power's taking a toll. You're under arrest for being caught in the act of fraud, lunacy, and the forgery of official documents. I suggest you surrender quietly. Whatever do you mean? I'm invincible. Now I don't fit into your little framework. Get it? I'm taking my revenge. I'll crush all goodwill and social etiquette under my heel. Get any closer and I'll have to use this. What are you saying? This guy's taking himself hostage? You basically are so concerned with human life. You'll never be able to touch me. I'm ready for you anytime you know. Why, even if I die, I only have to wait for the new dawn. He's lost his mind. Get real. Kinda? All this talk about revenge and invincible, give me a break. You just do whatever you please until things get inconvenient and then you run away. Does your life really mean so little to you? Someone like you will never be strong, no matter what kind of power you have. Sure, life is hard, and so many unfair, unreasonable, awful things happen every single day. But in spite of all that, I can throw my life away, even more so now that there's someone by my side. That's why I need to live a full life as I can. For my family, for my supervisor, for everyone in the village who is no longer with us. So if you're going to trample all over my feelings along with the Mira, then at least be honest with yourself and figure out who you even are. Who am I? Damn right. Looks like you've already forgotten you're the youngest brother. Damn, the Spriggan. Should I hold off the forcing my way in there? Yeah, besides it seems like Kaina's got things all wrapped up. Then, the final key to bringing this guy down is... I determined about him, his bond with his brothers, his as a scoundrel, his sealed memories. Pretty impressive you managed to do something this bad and even tried to twist the guilt around your little finger. But it's ironic that in the end you lost sight of what you valued the most. What do you say? You have brothers who are important to you. The three of you always acted together. You may have been scoundrels, but it's true. You have always worked as a group. I'll be the first to say you're annoying, but you're not you if you don't come as a set. What about your big brothers? Don't you think they're worried about you? What am I? He fainted. Yes. I'm sure the burden on his mind and body was too much. But it looks like the contamination at least has gone away. Guess we recovered on his own in the end. If fixers usually negotiate, resolve that kind of situation. Anyway, if this is the job done, we got all the culprits in the paradise safe. Hooray! I'm so thankful. Did you hear that, Mr. Merton? They solved it. I don't know what to say. I thought there was no way out of this, but the solution was there the whole time. Thank you, Artgrad Solutions. The crew reconstruction fund is in your debt. Thus, the scandal involving the crew reconstruction fund successfully came to an end. The youngest Devonsey brother's memory was still fuzzy, and a few minutes he still remained, but he promised to continue to cooperate with the guild investigation into the source of his strange power.
That's all, folks.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Kinda, Allison, I'm sorry to have made you worry. Thank you that this situation was resolved. We didn't really do anything special. And Merton, from now on, don't try to take everything on by yourself. Come to us for advice, okay? Allison, she's angry, isn't she? She's right, though. I don't want to lose anyone else who's close to me. I'm sorry, kinda. I made light of my own life. Seeing as I'm presenting the Krill Fund, I'm going to have to do better. I'm glad you understand. Let's keep doing our best. Mr. Merton seemed to understand. But we will have to work hard to make sure this doesn't happen again. And then someday we'll completely restoration of Grail Village. I've said everything I needed to say. I'm glad we were able to resolve this safety. Mr. Merton seemed to understand too. We've got to do our best to do it for the sake of all our donors. It caused a lot of worry, so I'm glad I was able to return it with good news. Thank you so much again. I don't know how I can ever repay you. I've got to repay Jin too somehow, but she never accepts anything from me. Need to at least make sure to manage the reconstruction fund properly.
Okay. Planner launched.
Let's do Casfra's quest. Oh, so we have some more things. Okay, so we have stuff in Old Town, the Tyrell district, the Levray district. You haven't been in the Chardon district yet, and there's also the Century March. I think I'm gonna go do his quest, or not quest, I'm gonna do his bonding event thing. Also, it's just that there are more things here. Oh no, that's because this is this location, yeah. There is still one person to talk to though, so then I'm gonna do that. Once that is done, I'm gonna go do Catra's thing.
I found something. Mira deposit confirmed.
Hi. What the heck am I supposed to do? They're high schoolers with potential, so there's no way I can win, right? No, wait. I'm better in one or two areas. I'm sure of it. Oh boy, this is gonna be a quest, isn't it?
Planner launched.
Next time, yeah, we're gonna do Catra's one, yeah. Fans group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Hey everyone, long time no see. Yo, it's been a while. Good to see you, Catra. Thanks for coming to get us. And sorry for reaching out so last minute. Is this guy the boss you told us about? Yeah, this is Van. Ask him to help me show you guys around to the capital. Yo, nice to meet you all. Greta told me you guys came here to check out the college open campus. Must be hard workers, seeing as you all still got time before you gotta worry about graduation. Oh, not really. Honestly, this is mostly just an excuse to travel. The open campus is already over, so we were hoping to sneak in some sightseeing before heading home. And you figured it was a perfect chance to meet up with you. And it's better to make sure to show you guys a good time. If possible, let's refrain from making this just a tour of the city suites. Huh? Sure, totally. I swear you have such a one-track mind. Now, I'm kind of worried about what you have planned for Anya's birthday. You have planned for Anya's birthday, haven't you? Of course I have. Oh, it's not like I'm not interested in sweets. Even though it's drizzling, I'd still like to do some sightseeing. You don't really have to come here all that often. Alright, you can count on me. I'll take you to all the best spots in my awesome pickup. I was going to ask about it. It's one of Ingrid's Nightbreakers, right? I saw the motor pavilion before. It's wicked. Oh, you've got a good eye. Makes sense considering you're from Basel. You know what? I can fill you in on what I've done to customize this bad boy while I drive. Thanks, but no thanks. Wow, this place is so classy. I know, right? I've wanted to check it out ever since I read about it in a magazine. Apparently, the person who designed it graduated from Basel Institute of Science. No wonder it feels so familiar. It's cool how they focus on two styles. Not to mention the letters here are to die for. Or ladders here to die for. You folks must be exhausted so I thought we'd grab a drink before we get back to the road. Fair battles with some of pancakes and you to a real treat. No, I didn't. Come on, Van, we're barely started the tour. You won't hear any complaints from me. He's got me curious about the streets here, to be honest. What about you, Catra? Got any snacks you recommend? Oh, well, whenever I come here to work, I get... Wow, this movie theater is just as spectacular as I heard. And they're even showing that new movie. We never get these flicks as your tiny theater in Basel. Cities really set themselves apart in their interesting ways, huh? We probably need to improve the infrastructure before we get more movies in Basel. Or better yet, an improved Orbalnet. You're right. Once streaming tech improves, movie theaters will... There they go again with all their technical terms. Once they start, there's no stopping them. Well, since we're already here, you'll get the movie and you'll sneak back home. You're so high up, if only it wasn't raining. Though I have to admit, it adds to the ambience. Catra, come on, take a look. I'm good. I've been here before anyway, so... Aww! Don't be like that, the fun is looking together! Come on! Well, what do you think? It is really nice. I'm glad we all got to see this together. Right? Nika never was one to take no for an answer. But that's part of what makes her so charming. Say, can we see your office from here? Sure, I don't see why not. It's only drizzling, should be somewhere in that direction. I'm glad everyone's enjoying themselves. We got some good friends, Catra. All three of them. But did you really need to tag along? Wouldn't it have been better to have some time alone? Oh, no, not at all. I'm grateful that you came with us. To be honest, I've been pretty anxious about today. It's been so long since I've seen them. I think something happened. Sort of. It's mostly my fault. Even before I was aware of my surroundings, I was being brainwashed by the cult. It was only after Grant took me in that I was finally able to start living a normal life. That was when I finally started interacting with the world around me, and I found myself plagued by insecurity. I struggled with my feelings because of my body, neither male nor female. I found myself wanting to look cool in front of girls and getting bashful whenever Essie hugged me, but then I'd be just as fascinated by strong men and their indomitable spirits. Even my precious friends became the target of my confusion. The three of them have so much that I don't. I'm so proud to call them my friends. But that eventually led to me asking myself, what am I? Just being around them started making me feel awkward and embarrassed and eventually even guilty. So you distance yourself from them. Doesn't seem like you had a falling out of it, at least. We did still meet up occasionally. But I think they can sense the wall I've built. To be honest, I was surprised when they said they wanted to meet up while they were in the capital. Aren't you overthinking things? Nobody needs some big important reason to hang out with their friends. You're one to talk, fan. From the sounds of it, you made Elaine and Kincaid worry plenty after avoiding them for so long. Yeah, well, I learned my lesson after last year. And besides, I think you and friends know that you've changed. They may not know exactly what went down on Nemeth Island, but I'm sure they recognize that you found someone in search for yourself. Friends notice things like that, even if you don't tell them anything. Is that how it is? I guess you're right. I hope so anyway. And so after finishing the tour, the time came for Billy and the others to head back to Basel. Phew, I can't believe it's over already. Time flies when you're having fun, huh? Thanks for everything, Ketra. You too, fan. I'm the one who should be saying thanks. Yeah, I barely did anything. You'd better come home every now and then, Ketra, and not just for work. She's right. Everyone in the college in the Arsenal district and at the Svern company wants to see you. I'll do my best. Hey guys, something I haven't been able to tell you. I've been hiding that It's okay. You don't have to force yourself. Save it until you're ready. We've always kind of knew you were struggling with something. Something that we probably can't help you with. But that doesn't mean we won't still be your friends. Yep. You don't get to force yourself to lay everything bare right now. We're friends no matter what. Honestly, today's been kind of a relief. You've gained so much confidence, I almost didn't recognize you. And I'm sure it's because you came out here in the capital and have Miss Arkwright and the others to watch your backs. Yeah, you're right. And I'm immensely proud of that. I'll make sure to drop by the next time I'm home. We can hang out just like old times. Heck yeah! We'll be looking forward to it. See? Wasn't that right?
You were. Thanks, Van. For everything.
I haven't done anything. Petra, I almost forgot. Good luck with the whole streaming thing. Yeah, I love watching your streams. If you ever want ideas for outfits, I'd be happy to help.
Huh? Wait, hold on! How did you know it was me? You did... Which streams have you seen?
Jeez. All of them probably. Let's be honest here, Ketra. They like you. They want to see what you've been up to. So they've watched all of your streams. That is so cool. After that, Van somehow managed to calm Ketra down about his friends figuring out his online identity. And then they met up with the others and resumed work. That one was really good. Okay, well, we've been streaming for 3 hours now. Let me see if I...
Chalk one up.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the shards, to the portal and get some extra things for the Grim Garden. I see. It sounds like the third domain has a rather distinctive structure compared to the others. Yes, apparently the first half is divided into 3 subdomains assigned A, B, and C. It appears that all of them must be partially liberated before their shared nexus can be accessed. This is why the cooperation of not only us, but those responsible for the other groups is essential. And once everyone's done, the Foundation team will hack in again and unlock the entrance to the nexus. Yes, I can't divulge any details about those assigned to the other routes at present, but it shouldn't be long before I am able to introduce you to one another. Fine, keep those lips zipped. Not like we can't hazard a guess. If one of the groups has Altina's friends in it, wouldn't that mean... I will just let you have your privacy on this one. Something tells me there will be a few familiar faces down the road. I'm excited already. Yes, but setting that aside, exactly when did you of all people get in here? Let's not sweat the small stuff. It would seem she's using her account from her previous visit to the Marken Garden. She's in a Ram Mirigi, wasn't it? Nice to meet you, Altina. I know it. I know it doesn't matter. She's not love. It's at least, but is anyone else picking that tension in the air? Ryan's probably got a handful of hang-ups about her. Not with her shared acquaintances. I'm rather leery of her joining you, to begin with, but I suppose it's too late to protest. Alrighty then, let's show this grim garden we mean business, while taking care of our actual Spriggan business, of course. Who died and put you in charge? Well, there's no doubt she'll be an asset. Maybe this isn't so bad. It's incredibly difficult to tell whether they're glad to see her simply resigned to your butting in. Regional is now temporarily available, okay. What was that?
Just a little freebie from me. You better not overuse it.
Mare Bear? Guess she doesn't plan on showing herself. Looks like Shackles restraining the demonity in me have gotten a little slacker. So in other words, I can use a Grendel's power more than ever before now. Ain't very every day you're this generous. I'll make the most of it getting through these domains. Ben can now freely draw out the potential of the portion of Grendel's power in the Grim Garden. Awakening on this field will allow him to transform into the Grendel and the Reditate enemies. Additionally, Ben can transform during command battles at any time via the Bear the Nightmare craft. Grendel in the field. Under certain circumstances, using Awakening with Ben will transform into Grendel. Use his overwhelming power and regeneration abilities to overcome your enemies with ease. Entering command battles with Awakening engaged will start the fight with Grendel transformation already active. Might as well do the word decryption.
I take it you'd like something decrypted?
Oh wow, 100?
Leave it to me.
I can do even more than later because we get a lot of music as well.
Decryption complete.
Workout solution fields. Manual crisis, more skill stones.
Okay.
Arkwright solutions, what is ahead of you?
Take your time.
Windy corridor. Believing hearts. Enter the world of adventure. Exceed. That's a good track as well. I'm just gonna do it again.
This glimmering.
In case it wasn't already obvious, you really don't need the DLC for this game. You have a lot of options regardless.
Decryption complete. What do you think?
Rebellion against tomorrow with all of our power. Very blonde hair. We have a lot of options here. Yeah, now we don't have anything. Okay. We will be doing this next stream. I couldn't save in the Grim Garden, so you need to do it here. Before we leave the game though, I'm gonna go to the main menu so we can look at the new title screen. Oh, hi! It's basically the same menu, except this time it's with Susanna being there, so that's cool. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope to see you all tomorrow for the continuation of this. That stream will be shorter than this one probably, but I will see what I can do in that time. I hope to see you all soon, and thanks for watching. Also, if I can actually tab out properly. Hello? Anyway, thank you all for watching. Goodbye.